Hey, what's going on? Coach Flo here. Just wanted to shoot a quick video of a package I just received in the mail from Skratch Labs. Some new stuff that I wanted to talk about, hopefully on a future podcast as well. But I just wanted to show you some of the new things. They had a pretty cool sale about a week or so ago. It was like $1 a taste. Essentially, it was for you to taste all the flavors that maybe you have never tried or tasted below, and then of course as an ambassador we got a couple other fun things as well. But let's dig in. So as always, fun stuff. Thanks for fueling with Skratch. Thanks for sweating it out and fueling with Skratch. Keep it hustling, Chris. Really nice guy. Talked to him quite a bit, back and forth. Cool information on how to use the product. Nice spot there. They've got different levels, of course. They've got the sport hydration mix, the recovery mix, which we use a good amount. Anytime energy bar, which is really nice, and energy chews, which we had a lot of this year at camp. Worked out really well between that, the recovery and the hydration. Worked out really well. We had a lot of real food at camp also, so that made it so that we're able to kind of have that in our pockets. So, a couple things. So of course, we've got the chews. Got the chews there, all different flavors. That's matcha green tea. I'm sure we've got all the other flavors through here. Stuff we haven't had. These are new flavors. Sour cherry. I'll have to try that. The matcha green tea and lemon I've had as a drink. I really enjoy that. Those are two that I haven't had as drinks. And then there's a couple singles down here for drinks. So I've got the passion mix, which is good. I like that. I've had that once before. Fruit punch, which is awesome. It's in my bottles right now. And then of course the matcha. We can get one of these in orange. These are kind of like my go-to drinks. I like it because they're pretty light and you're great for hydration. So between that and some of the new chews I'm pretty excited about that I haven't had. We'll save that for after. What I am super excited about is this here. Hold on. There's one more drink. Lemon lime standard. Oh, gotta love the lemon lime. So for the foods, all right, check this out. All right, so miso, crushed red pepper. If you're interested in something that is a little spicy, a little salty, awesome when when you're just having so much sweet stuff. It's just crazy. So there's that. Put that on the side. I've had that one. Cherries of chocolate chips and almond. Solid, always a solid choice. Strawberries and peanut. Can't wait to try that one. Haven't had that one yet. That was new. Raspberry and lemon. That one sounds good too. This one I've had. Again, great to have something salty and not sweet. So Parmesan, sun-dried tomatoes, and black pepper. Really exciting to have. And then the last one is cherries and pistachio. So three new bars, 3 old bars that I've had. Really good. So excited to have all of those. So we'll put those back here. Light up our thing here. All right. This is cool. This is a fun bandana, they call it, headwear, essentially. Just a face mask slash neck warmer gaiter. So Skratch Labs branded. Super fun. So there's that. So we'll be able to enjoy that on the cooler days. I feel like using this is a little bit easier than using a mask on the bike, especially when it's required. So when you come past riders, real easy to just kind of whoop, put that up, kind of get yourself covered as you're coming into the respiratory draft, as we like to call it here, as to protect ourselves. So we'll keep that going. But here's the new thing. You ready for it? Oh, it's a big bag. Okay, and this is what I wanted to talk about. So, Superfuel drink mix by Skratch. All right. So this is something new. It's flavored in lemon lime. I'll read some of the nutritional facts. So on the back here, you're looking at 400 calories per serving. That's 7 scoops or 105 grams. You're looking at 100 grams per serving, which is good. It's a good amount of carbohydrates. You know, a lot of times for these drinks, it's pretty low. So you're looking at, I want to say, double digit, of course, but total carbs, sugars, 21 grams, right? 21 grams for a normal hydration. So as you know, I've been on podcasts. We talk about wanting to have a balance of low amount of sugars, so you're able to absorb these sugars, these simple sugars, into your drinks, and of course bring the water in and hydrate yourself, as well as have those electrolytes. That's what your hydration does. Okay, what this drink essentially is made for is when you can't get real food in. This mix was made in mind of like the dirty Kansas, the big gravel rides that you're not able to grab food. Those really tough group rides. That was something that I ran into. I loved Whole Foods. I loved having real foods on the bike, but sometimes the rides were just challenging enough where there wasn't a lull enough that you could grab some real food. It was really challenging. So a lot of times I'd head back to Gels, something quick. If you're from our area and you get back to Riverside, you do Rain Cross. Back in the days when Redlands Classic was hot, you've got all the fast guys coming through. Really, it's chill until it's not, and then it's not for like 40 miles. So at that point, there's going to be some fueling in there, but how are you going to get it in for the longer days? Trying to carry fuel for enough for 3-4 hours. This is what's going to do it. So what makes it different? So what it is essentially is a long chain sugar, very similar to the science that makes things like UCAN Super Starch that I've tried before, Martan that a lot of my coach friends recommend to a lot of their riders as well. Something that you're able to kind of digest easily and digest safely. So what they've done is they've put this, it's called cluster dextrin, essentially a highly branched cyclic dextrin. So what it means, it's a lot of molecules of this sugar all put together, which will enable you to get into a bottle of anything from 16 to 20 ounces. You'll be able to get 100 grams of digestible carbohydrate. If you imagine, that's pretty decent. Remember, the maximum amount that we can get in is somewhere between 60 and 90 grams per hour. There is a mix here, right? So there's fructose and there's dextrin, some derivative of like a dextrose, which is sucrose and glucose, and that's the mix that you're going to kind of want to get. No doubt Alan Lim and the team at Skratch has got this dialed in and figured out. I'm super excited to try it. Some of the questions I have for it is hydration, along with this water, hydration mix in addition. That's putting things up high. So really, I'm just trying to get an idea to see how we could recommend this to athletes and kind of moving forward. It's an exciting time in fueling, and I know they've been using this. Skratch has put a lot of athletes with education first through some of these big gravel rides, and they've been testing it, from 12, 14 months or something like that. So these guys have had it in their bottle, really been able to put it through the ringer. So I'm excited to see this go through. So I will report back after I get through a couple bottles and kind of how to use it. I think the biggest thing is gut tolerance. Thing with long chain molecules like maltodextrin or even long branch sugars and things like that is it can cause stomach upset because of the amount of carbohydrates, and then also can cause things like gas. So I think it's really kind of a trial run to see for everybody what works best. The more natural, the better. And I think that's the approach that they've taken. I've heard really good things about the other products as well. UCAN from a couple years back, Martan with the hydrogel, I've heard really good things of as well. But I think it's going to be a balance on this bike. Getting some real food in and this, and depending on what you're doing that day, you're going to need different things. So all right, so fun package here from Skratch today. We've got some fun neck gaiters from some fun flavors, but I will come back and report as I get through this. And if you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments below. Check us out on teamodz.com and endurancelab.fit, where you can train hard and train smart and get results. I'll see you on the next podcast here.